Ocean's Harmony, looking after tomorrow today. My name is Howard Kodra, founder of Ocean's Harmony. Allow me to tell you about myself and Ocean's Harmony. Ocean's Harmony is a not-for-profit charitable organization dedicated to maintaining, improving, and conserving the oceans and seas of the world and the magnificent creatures that dwell within. Our vision is to be a significant source of credible, non-biased data and information for all interested parties regarding the environmental impact of human intervention on a global scale. That might sound like a tall order, but nothing is out of reach with today's technology. Ocean's Harmony is driven by a dedicated group of professionals who share the same ideals and goals. I was first introduced to the aquatic world at the early age of 14. Born in New York City, we were fortunate to have a summer home in Mystic Islands, New Jersey. My fascination with animals grew while working part-time looking after exotic animals for an import company, but my interest was always around the water. As a young lad, I raised fish and sold them to pet shops in the city. It drove my parents crazy. Tanks everywhere. My father retired at 50, and we moved to the summer home where he had a part-time job delivering bakery goods for a friend in Atlantic City. Now that might be odd. What does that have to do with marine mammals? My dad offered the leftover bakery products to a small attraction down the road, Aqualand. They had several animals on display, a mix of land animals and aquatic mammals. Most importantly, they had 2 dolphins. Hence, my first encounter with a dolphin took place. Right then and there, I knew what I wanted to do. I was given a part-time job helping out around the park, feeding, cleaning, and general duties. The best part was feeding the dolphins. In those days, there was little known about these creatures. There were few aquatic attractions and fewer handlers, not to mention almost no qualified trainers. Sadly, my father passed away that summer. My mother decided to sell the summer home and stay in the city. The owner of Aqualand spoke to my mother, and together they decided I could stay with his family, continue my schooling, and keep working with the animals. That turned out to be the beginning of an exciting career in marine mammals. Soon after, we started catching dolphins at Fort Walton Beach, Florida. We supplied dolphins to oceanariums across the USA. An industry was born. Oceanariums started springing up all over the place. My knowledge, skills, expertise have allowed me to travel the globe educating trainers and park management about dolphins and other marine mammals. During this period, countless research was undertaken and much was learned about their behavior in captivity. These were exciting times. If we only knew these creatures were so intelligent and warm, short-sighted, probably, but consider this. If we hadn't done what we did, these creatures would not be recognized as the beautiful mammals we love today. As a marine mammal pioneer, I now realize that keeping them in concrete enclosures was wrong. We now know that we need to leave nature to its own. The worst case is the killer whale, such a large animal being kept in small concrete enclosures. The stress that is placed on the whale is enormous. Just look at the killer whale in the wild. The dorsal fin is straight up, but in the captivity, it's bent over. This is due to the constant circling motion they must endure. We've all heard stories of killer whales attacking trainers. This is a direct result of the mindset of a stressed animal. I know, as I was on the receiving end of such a whale. Her name was Nootka. It took place at Marineland in Canada in front of an audience of over 3,000 spectators. It was time for the hurdle jump. This required me to get on the whale's back, place a hoop over the head, and wrap my legs around the dorsal fin. The whale would dive down to the bottom of the enclosure, and with one strong swoop of the tail fin, that's the fluke, she would leap up out of the water over the hurdle some 10 feet into the air. The force on me was enormous. Coming off wasn't an option. On this day, it all went very wrong. She started racing around the enclosure doing body rolls. All I could hear was the screams from the audience. With some quick thinking from other trainers and handlers, they were able to calm her down. We waited a short while, went again, successfully this time. Today we have a different view of sea creatures. That doesn't mean that some countries and poachers still break the rules of nature. Take sharks, for instance. We fear these creatures, probably due to the movie Jaws, So when one is killed, we don't seem to consider it a problem. Unfortunately, they have been hunted, some to near extinction. Shark nets are still used to protect beachgoers, especially in Australia. Governments and local authorities want beachgoers to feel safe. No doubt that these nets achieve this goal. Consider this: Australia's New South Wales government stated that approximately 4% of the marine life caught in shark nets was considered a risk to humans. So out of thousands of sea creatures caught, only 4% might be harmful to humans. That means every 1,000 animals caught, 960 are harmless bycatch, such as endangered or harmless sharks, rays, turtles, dolphins and whales, even penguins. The list goes on. For more on this subject, check out our project page on this website. Other issues we must consider are climate change, overfishing, plastics, runoff from industry, and farms. Ocean Harmony recognizes First Nations people as the first people of the land and works closely with them to care for our land, oceans, and seas. Ocean's Harmony works to advocate and educate to make change. Together, and with your support, we can make change happen. Thank you for listening.